What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of Real Debates, Season 3, Episode 2. And like I teased you guys last week, we had an amazing debate between me and Ian. We kind of settled some scores in that, but for this episode, we brought Ian back to face off against his co-host, Alex Snow. Like this is Alex's first time on Real Debate Season 3. I said I would get new competitors. Before I break down the rules and everything, Alex and Ian, how are you guys feeling about the match today?
I'm excited to be on the other side of the table from Ian. Everybody knows that we were talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and pretty much we're on the same page. So it'll be interesting to see us not on the same page this time.
Ian, how you feeling, man? You
for
still
sure,
out for
man.
blood?
For sure. Listen, I've known this dude for years, man. He's always been like a big brother figure, and I love him to death. But even my own mother can get it when it comes to these battles, seriously. And she's right here next to us listening. Hi, Mom. But yeah, no, I don't discriminate when I come for blood, seriously. So he's going down.
Just don't make it personal, Ian.
I won't.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. And if this is your very first time, you guys watching, before we get into the rules, the topic of the debate is what is the best buddy cop movie? And Alex Snow, our newcomer, will be representing Bad Boys 2, and Ian will be representing Rush Hour 2. Now, full disclosure, I love both of these movies. I mean, I can't, from a culture movie standpoint, I can't line them up of which one is better because I love them both. I think they're equally funny, equally action-packed. But this is going to be a fun debate that I can't wait to see. Now, if you guys who are new to this show and you don't know the rules, here are the rules for today's debate. Each competitor has 3 rounds. Each round is 2 minutes per round. The first round is the introduction round where they introduce their movie or topic. The second round is the battle round where they get to go at each other and pick apart their movies. The final round is the conclusion round where they can continue attacking or wrapping up their movies or topics for that round. Now, we introduced a new round in season 3, a new official round, which is sudden death. Now, sudden death is based upon the moderator's decision. If both competitors are evenly matched in their debates where I can't decide whether who has the better argument between, they have a 1-minute round in sudden death to do whatever they want. They can say whatever they want in that round, but they only have 1 minute in sudden death. Now that I've explained these rules, like I stated before in the previous episode, this is going to be based upon the factual evidence that they present to us in this debate. So if you say, Alex, I'm going to let you know now, you say some outlandish shit or shit that is wrong, there will be an instant replay, okay? There'll be an instant replay, and I'm going to hold myself to this standard, Alex Hampton. I'm going to hold you and everybody else to this standard. Ain't nobody we will never have another Eddie Murphy shit happen like this ever again. Okay. So now that I've said these rules, Alex, since you are a newcomer, you pick a number between 1 and 10. No, actually 1 and 15.
1 and 15. I'll do 12.
Okay. Ian?
I'm going to go in 9.
Damn, Ian got 9. I was like 9. Okay, well, Ian has 9 now. Ian, what do you want to do? You want to go first or second?
I'm gonna let the guest go first. I'm gonna see if he's ready for this because I don't think he is. I really don't. But I'm willing to change my mind. Alex, prove me wrong, sir.
You are so gracious, Ian.
This is gonna be hilarious. Now, like I stated before, Alex has 2 minutes to introduce his movie, which is Bad Boys 2. Alex, your 2 minutes starts now.
So, like Alex said, my movie is Bad Boys 2. I chose this one because it is the sequel to Bad Boys, which at the time was just a phenomenally new movie, new concept that had come out. And the sequel, I feel like in a lot of ways doubled down on it. And so,
fuck me, fuck you. No problem. Mike, you have to be so combative.
The premise of that obviously is you got Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, partners in Miami.
Can't what? Can't even get an erection.
What's an erection?
Florida on the Miami PD. and they are chasing down a drug dealer. And then they introduce Martin Lawrence's sister, who is played by Gabrielle Union, as a DEA agent. And so it's just them trying to work together while also having a few of the strains on their relationship.
That's that bullshit that I be talking about. What, the motherfucking head fell off? Come here.
Front and center throughout the rest of the entirety of the movie, as well as a love story between Will Smith and Gabrielle Union, which adds to those strains. So also trying to get the Miami PD and the DA to work together. So that's about it in a nutshell.
Awesome. With about 50 seconds to spare. That's actually a great introduction. I loved how Alex broke down that round, but before I give my deliberations will wait to the end of this match. So Ian, you are representing Rush Hour 2. Your 2 minutes to introduce your film starts now.
I'm gonna start off nice. I would say his soundtrack is way better than mine. I love Rush Hour 2 soundtrack, but Bad Boys 2 soundtrack, one of the best hip hop soundtracks ever. Yeah. That's where it stops. Okay, but we'll go on to that.
That's all the nice right there.
But the argument is the movie. So Rush Hour 2 is pretty much an elevated story from Rush Hour 1. It's these two guys that have different cultures, different backgrounds, different views of life, pretty much evolved from the first movie. Like, you know, they're a little bit more open-minded because they were both crazy closed-minded about the way that they work.
I would call for backup.
Lee, the man is 4 feet tall. Let's go over there and bust him right now.
No. He's a very dangerous man.
And I would say that bringing these two different cultures together brought comedy gold. It brought, you know, a great brotherhood, you know, something that you would not ever see, you know, on a regular day. You wouldn't see two guys like this hanging out, but they formed a brotherly bond. And I feel like this is the movie that stamped that. Like the first one that they became friends. Like, you know, it was a slow process of becoming friends. This one, they became brothers, and they were officially brothers in the third one, but we're not talking about that one. This one, on top of the funny callbacks from the first one, obviously we had like the dance. We had
closer, I'll get closer. I'm burning now.
You taking the words out of my mouth, and the Chris Tucker dance, and I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito, and they changed it up to Toto.
In Hong Kong, I'm Michael Jackson, you're Toto.
You mean Tito? Toto is what we ate last night for dinner. Now give me that badge.
No.
Give it.
But they also had stuff that was, you know, very original for that movie. Of course, they talked about how cheap. Cheap as hell.
Jesus. How cheap? Jesus. Cheap as hell.
You know, that was funny. Buttercream, you know.
Buttercream, croc skin, buttercream. What size is the waist? Let's go in. I want to.
Hey!
You said take your samurai swords out and shave your butts.
You just ask everybody to pick up their samurai swords and shave your butt.
You know, it was just like laugh after laugh after laugh. But that also doesn't make it a good story, though. Like, you know, just them coming together to take down one of the biggest Chinese crime mobs ever, coming back to America to fondly money from the rich white man, he called him. You know, it was great action-packed story, and it couldn't have done it would never have worked with anybody else. These two right there had the perfect chemistry that it should never work on paper, but they did. Chemistry, great writing, and Brett Ratner did a great job. I'm not going to talk about him as a person because he's not that great of a person.
Okay.
It's a good
2
movie.
minutes. 2 minutes.
Stellar.
That's actually a great way to end that round. I love how Ian came out very, very, very strong in this round. Really enjoyed your points, but like I said, I'll save my deliberations to the end of the match. That was round one. Now, Alex started within round one. He gave his introduction, and Ian follows suit. We are now in the battle round, and in this round, both competitors can just attack one another. Now, Ian said he was going to be nice in the first round. Let's see if he'll be nice now in this round.
Not a chance of being nice in this round.
And Ian, your 2 minutes for this round starts now.
All right, everybody, fact check how long these movies are. Rush Hour 2 is an hour and 34 minutes. Bad Boys 2, for some reason, is 2 hours and 27 minutes. Why? Why can't you just get to the point? You know why? Because it's a terrible director named Michael Bay that directed this movie. Damn! pointless driving in pointless chase scenes, pointless gunfire, just loud for no reason. You know, random girls showing their stuff. For what? For what? Because it's Michael Bay. We know his routine. We've seen the Transformer movies. He is just a terrible director. That is a sin right there. And this is the best. This is the best cop movie, best buddy cop movie. It's not even the best in the franchise. This is a controversial answer. I think Bad Boys 3 is the best in the franchise. I think Bad Boys 1 is not the best. Is it the funniest in the franchise? I'll give you that. But is it the best movie in the franchise? Honestly, when they got rid of Michael Bay for the third one, it honestly was a great story, and I'm looking forward to the continuation. After seeing this long, dragged out movie,
You want to talk? Go ahead. We're not immigration. They can't hear you because they're still shooting at you.
that didn't make any. It was everywhere, by the way. Who is the villain of your movie, by the way? Is it the drug lords? Is it the Klan members? I don't know. It took 2.5 hours to get to the point. I don't understand what it is. It's just a bunch of funny moments and action scenes that just didn't have a great cohesive story.
Hey, they were dead before we ran over them.
It doesn't matter whether they were dead or not. God damn it.
It's just them having these arguments throughout the first movie, branching on to the second movie. And it's just like, there was no elevation. There was no progression in that. But yeah, as for that though, I'm like I said, we know the heroes in my movie. It's Jackie. It's Lee and Carter and Isabella. The villains in my movie are the triads, Ricky Tan and that crazy ass. You know the rest of the line.
We could have been a good couple. We could have had something special. But you one crazy ass bitch.
The villains in your movies, like I said, I can't even tell you how this story is in chronological order because it's everywhere. It's just Michael Bay at his best, like throw some random explosions, chase each other on the highway. You know, we'll figure it out in post. You know, that's what the movie is. And I think we all love the nostalgia of the funny parts in the movie. But is it a really good movie though? We can repeat the funny lines, but is it a good movie?
2 minutes. I loved how you ended with is it really a good movie? Alex, since I would love to hear your response to Ian. Ian made some very significant claims, especially about your director. Now, I would like to point out.
I like significant claims. You didn't say good claims.
But I would like to also point out you can make some significant claims about his director.
Oh, don't worry. That's coming.
That's a personal thing. I'm talking about his work.
I'm talking about his work too. We're staying on facts.
I won't disagree what you're going to say about him as a person.
You will get points for facts and funny moments, but keep in mind the funny moments do not outweigh the facts. We'll throw that out there. Your 2 minutes, Alex. Well, hold on. Okay, your 2 minutes starts now.
So let's just talk about the elephant in the room, all right? Brett Ratner, not a great director, not even remotely a great director. He got real lucky with the chemistry in the first Rush Hour. And this whole movie, all you see is him trying to double down on all the things that worked in the first one. And basically takes the first movie and all he does is transplant it where Jackie Chan is the one in A Fish Out of Water story and puts Chris Tucker in that.
Yeah.
You bring American money?
I gotta leave.
No.
I got it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
And if I'm being completely honest, what you get out of that is Chris Tucker trying a little too hard.
I would like to pay you for that laptop. I think I should do that.
No problem.
I can get you a new one. I seen it on the internet with a DVD player. That's old.
He's over the top throughout the entire movie. It's exhausting to watch most of the time. And what happens is him in China ends up as a very problematic character, which is just boils down to a lot of Asian jokes and a lot of misogynistic jokes. Let's say that.
Oh my goodness. This place is off the hook.
I started trying to count how many times he said cutie to every girl that he walked by. And I just stopped after about 10.
Come on, don't stop. You know you feel the voice. Oh.
So let's circle back to Mr. Ratner. All right. So Mr. Ratner is the person aside. We all know he's a shitty human being. But let me just go over his resume. He brought us the cinematic gold that was X-Men: The Last Stand. He brought us the cinematic gold that was Hercules with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Which I completely understand if you guys didn't see it because it was only in the theater about a month before they just pulled it. So
Keep digging that
you
hole,
look
brother.
at you look at Michael Bay's resume versus Brett Ratner's. Michael Bay knows what he's about. He's about, let's make a lot of really good things to watch. Let's have a lot of action. Let's make it a lot of fun.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
Whereas Brett Ratner's just trying to throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. So now, talking about why my movie is better. One, the chemistry between Martin Lawrence and Will Smith is palpable.
2 minutes. Man.
Don't worry, I'll get into the rest of why it's good in the next round.
Please, dude. You took a lot of time on Brett Ratner.
you're gonna have to, and I have to say that was a funny round. And I have to say the battle round is my favorite round because of moments like this. This is hilarious. Now, Ian started in the last round. We're now about to jump into the final round, and Ian started in the last round. But before we jump to the final round, just to give you guys a heads up of where I'm at, I think both competitors have gave a great introduction of their movie, and both competitors really pulled apart both of their movies and both of the directors of those movies in regards to the movies, but also in their other work as well. But also I just want to keep you guys in mind, I'm not leaning one side or the other. It's just where I see where this debate is going. Now, Alex, this is the final round. This is the conclusion round. Now, you have 2 minutes to make your case and to really bring it on home. I want to see you bring it on home with this particular movie and why you feel like it's better than Rush Hour 2. So your 2 minutes for this round starts now.
So the reason I chose this movie is, let's just look at it from a movie standpoint. First of all, the cast is amazing. You got Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, Gabrielle Union, Peter Stormare. Forgive me, I forget the guy that played Tapia, his name, but he's an incredible actor. You've got the police captain, who's incredible.
Captain, that man is a criminal, okay? We busted him at the...
I have so much brass up my ass. I could be playing the Star Spangled Banner.
You got Michael Shannon as the one-eared Klansman.
This man has violated my rights.
What the fuck is that? See, I mean...
And so just the cast alone is fantastic. But then the things that I really loved about it, and the reason why I think it's a better movie than Rush Hour 2, is, again, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are so cohesive as a pairing. I mean, you see them feeding off each other, and just their chemistry is just so natural.
Why you putting all my business in the street? Why you putting all him? I just got out of jail and I ain't going back. I ain't going back.
And then this is just a fun movie to watch. From seeing Will Smith driving his Porsche through the city of Miami, dodging cars as the Jamaicans are throwing them at him.
You see that? They throwing cars. How am I not see that?
And it just, there's a lot of good moments. And at the end of the day, it is a Michael Bay movie. So yeah, there's a lot of shootouts, a lot of car races or car chases, a lot of explosions. But then I'm going to have to disagree with Ian that it's not a cohesive movie. Like, it's a very clear linear progression of who the bad guy is. We know at the end of the day that Tapia is the big bad, but you've also got wonderful moments with Peter Stormare as the Russian. You've got the great scenes with the Klansmen in the very beginning. And then again, just the way that they took what worked in the first movie and then built upon it by creating the tension between Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. I feel like it adds something to the story, as opposed to Rush Hour 2 is just a copy and paste of the first movie. And with that, I'll give up the rest of my time.
Oh, with 7 seconds to spare. Dope line, copy and paste. Okay. And I want to see you wrap things up as well. I want to see you respond to that copy and paste line. Okay. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Okay, yeah, he makes a fair point about Brett Ratner's movies. Yes, there's a lot of stinkers. Bruh, I don't care how many good movies Michael Bay does. The Transformers, series. The end of that conversation.
I knew he was gonna go there.
Really? Take your brain out. Like, worse than Fast and Furious movies. You made this argument that it's a fun movie. Absolutely. No one disagrees with that. Transformer movies are fun too, but are they good movies is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. Your movie is just it's just like confetti, cake, just diabetes, just sugar. There's no substance to it. There's no steak. There's no vegetables. It's just all I'm going blind, everything about it. But the thing about my movie that I feel like makes it a better buddy cop movie, because that is the argument, is like these guys were working together to elevate each other, to take each other to the next level. Like they were working together as brothers. They're stuck. They're tied up. They're about to get their egg rolls chopped off. That was said.
Dad, they'll cut off our egg rolls. Cut off our egg rolls? Hell no, let's get the hell out of here.
And they worked together to get out of that situation. You guys been just fighting like an old couple the whole movie. Just nothing we didn't see in the first movie. Just fighting. Just there's tension. Okay, get a room already. Mine though, we're trying to solve a case. I would argue your brothers just they were the reason why it didn't get solved early in the movie. These guys are literally getting kidnapped and beaten and stuff like that, and they were escaping terrible situations. One was talking their way out, the other one was using kung fu, which I'll tell you what, I would rather watch Jackie Chan do kung fu all day than see some random shootout and just taking car to car, taking Dan Marino's car. Dan Marino out of nowhere takes his car and just drives through the highway. Like, just stuff that doesn't make any sense.
Look, don't be hating on the Dan Marino cameo.
But that's my point right there. His movie is fun, but is it a good movie? Is it a good buddy cop movie? No, we love both of these guys. But
2 minutes. Man, that was a really good final round for you guys. And man, that was so much fun. I was writing down like haha jokes, like, cause this is so funny. Like, I can't wait to start putting clips into this episode. So let's jump into the first round. And we started with Alex in the first round. Alex basically gave us the premise of what Bad Boys 2 is about and how it was able to build off the first movie. I loved I loved how he said that they're just basically these two guys from Miami who are working together, are building upon one another. I love how he introduced the DA agents, and Will is dating one of the DA agents, which is Martin's sister, and there's a conflict. And I loved how he basically broke that down within a minute and a half of his time and basically said that this is the premise of what Bad Boys 2 is. Ian did an amazing job in the first round, where he basically said that this movie is an elevation from the first movie. There's so many great comedic moments. Ian brought up so many memorable quotes in that movie that I forgot about, like the whole cheap as hell. Like every time I think about that, I start to die laughing. Like, cause you see a random black guy in Hong Kong just walking around, like, what kind of suits you got? Cheap suits. Cheap as hell. Like, it was like, and you hear the echo, because I think the Chinese guy says the same thing after Carter. I mean, the memorable moments that he brought up was hilarious. It really took me to that movie when he brought that up. He also said that there were definitely funny moments that they were similar, but they were definitely original in this movie. Yes, the dancing and the Michael Jackson stuff is carrying over from the first movie, but Ian explained it where they did it in a way where if you didn't see the first movie, this felt more original to that. So I really enjoyed both rounds. It's hard for me to come on one side or the other on this, but because Ian gave more specifics, I'm going to have to go with Ian in this first round, because like I said, his first round took me to that movie and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to give that point to Ian. Now, here's the battle round. Now, this is the funniest shit. I don't know if I have enough time to say what I personally.
This is basically director versus director in the second round.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I'm going to say this.
We can all agree neither one of these directors are great.
Both competitors spent more time talking about the directors and their other shit versus the actual movies. But I will say Ian did a really good job saying that Michael Bay just throws explosions and random shit in movies that make no sense. And he's right. If you watch Bad Boys 2, like the start of the movie, they're gearing up to fight white Klansmen. And then out of nowhere, once Will and Martin show up, guns start shooting and bullets are flying everywhere. Martin gets shot in the ass. Like it's the most random shit
Everywhere.
I've ever seen. But I loved what Alex said in his battle round. He said to Ian that, you know, it's basically Chris Tucker overacting and Jackie Chan doing the hard leg work. And I have to agree when you watch that movie, you do see a lot of similar elements from the first movie where he did make the point that Brett Ratner just basically copied and pasted. I love the fact that when Ian attacked Alex about Michael Bay's directing style, and he made the argument that Bad Boys 3 was probably the best, not best movie, but not better comedy. Alex said, well, Brett Ratner has made piece of shit films like Hercules. Like he's made the trashiest films ever. So that round is my favorite round. That has to be like a favorite moment of mine. Like I'm definitely going to clip this out, but
very funny. Yeah.
But for this round, I have to give them both a tie for this round because I cannot decide who like because they were both funny and they were both right. Like Michael Bay does some wild shit. Yeah. Brett Ratner, not just personally, but his movies outside of Rush Hour 1 and 2 are just trash.
I never disagreed with anything you said.
Just so trash. But now we're gonna come to the final round. Now in the final round, Alex was leading into wrapping up his movie and into the last round, and he wrapped it up with the cast, introducing the different cast members and how they basically played a part with one another. When he mentioned the Captain Howard is my favorite captain, favorite police captain in every single movie that I've ever seen, because he is hilarious. Like he's doing Usaw shit. Like when he was talking about the cast, that's what I kept thinking about. And then he brought up the chemistry between Martin and Will. Yes, they were arguing, but that's the whole point of Bad Boys, because they start arguing in the movie to distract their enemy. It's like they're playing with one another, but serious at the same time to get the objective done. And I loved how he brought that up. He did say that it is a clear linear story. When I look back at it, the white Klansmen were working with John Tapia to get drugs from him. So to a degree, yes, along with the high octane action, yes, I can say that there is definitely a clear linear story. It does establish a villain throughout the movie. Actually, you see the villain in the beginning of the movie. So I love how he brought that up. And he said that there are wonderful moments that you can, wonderful moments with other villains that contribute to the story along with other action. I tend to agree with that as well. But I love what Ian said, which made a whole lot of sense in this movie. He said that, listen, yes, Michael Bay really, the whole Transformer franchise, I knew he was going to go there. I was waiting for it. He was going to go there. And he's absolutely right that Michael Bay has a style where he focuses more on the action than the actual narrative. And I can say if I didn't watch Bad Boys 1 or 3, I wouldn't know what Bad Boys 2 is about, aside from the fact that there's drugs and a drug lord involved.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because like I wouldn't know, and Ian basically articulated that very well, because Michael Bay does that in majority, if not all, of his films. I loved how Ian said that in Bad Boys 2, they're arguing a lot. And in Rush Hour 2, they become brothers. They were friends in the first movie. They become brothers and they try to help each other elevate with one another. And the whole time, Jackie Chan has Carter's back and vice versa. There's a scene in that movie where Jackie Chan thinks that Carter died and he's like mourning him in his own way. And then out of nowhere, you see him alive. Like, who died, Lee? Like
that was a good part. Detective, you?
That was a good part.
Oh my God. Like this was such a great match. And now we're going to come to, it all comes down to this. Now, in the first round, I gave it to Ian. Second round, they tied. In this round, because of specificity, I have to give this one to Ian Elliott Carter. of the Controversity.
Winner.
Did an amazing job.
I won, Mom.
Articulating this. Psych, Alex just won this match. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, Ian did an amazing job with this match. Alex,
he did very good for his first time.
For your first time, you were very formidable because Ian has played other competitors for their first time, and he has mopped the floor with them. And you were just like,
he was right. Yeah, he came ready.
You were right there. I was just like, oh my God, there's this one person Ian debated. I won't say who because y'all know who I'm talking about. He wasn't ready.
I just didn't want him to get on here and make me look like an idiot in front of all your followers. So I tried to come correct.
You came correct for sure.
You did. Ian takes the W for today's match. Thank you guys so much for watching this amazing episode. Before we go, Alex, do you have a YouTube channel or social media where people can follow you?
If you look on, the majority of my stuff is on Instagram right now. So if you go to Alexander Snow Creative, that'll show you. I do like poetry and inspiration pages and things like that. And I've got all the links to that on that Instagram page. And then Ian keeps hammering me, so eventually I'm gonna have a YouTube channel. Maybe jump on the TikTok. And so we'll see where we end up by the end of the year.
Hey, everybody in the live chat or the comments, push this. We love Alex Snow, man. We want to see some more content from him. So that, put that pressure on him. We want to see, he's one of the biggest nerds I know too. So, he's got good takes.
Yes.
Great. Now I'm going to have everybody up in my DMs just because of you, Ian.
Yes. And we're going to bring Alex Snow back, not only for real debates, but for other things that we tend to do on this YouTube channel as well. Alex, I have to say for your first time, you were very formidable. I would love to see you face off against someone else that I have in mind, but I have to reach out to him. But yeah, that was a really dope debate. Ian, where can we find you on YouTube and social media?
You can find me at youtube.com/thecontroversity and Instagram and Twitter, _controversity. And yes, let me know what you guys thought of this. Let's have this conversation. What is your favorite buddy cop movie?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you know what?
Absolutely.
If I was facing in this match, I would have said an Eddie Murphy movie because I know I would win. But anyway, that's not what we're here to do. I'm just joking, guys. But
you living life dangerous over here.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yo, tune in to next week for episode 3. This has been a fun series that we've done. I can't wait for you guys to continue watching. If you want to see this early, it will be on Patreon on Wednesdays, but it will come out on its regular scheduled day on Fridays. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, you guys, you have a blessed day.